Yo, what's up guys? Nathan or Feeds here. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about Elite 4 reruns, specifically after the AI changes from back in December, I believe, whether or not they are still worth doing, and just overall how they look, and how you can incorporate them into your money making in 2025. Now, for the people that may not be familiar with Elite 4 reruns or the AI changes that affected them, let me give a quick overview. So I'll have some gameplay in the background that reflects what I'm talking about, but essentially the main strategy in Elite 4 reruns is to lock the enemy Pokemon into using a move over and over again that does not affect the Pokemon you have on the field. So for example, you see in this background gameplay here, we trick a Choice Scarf onto this Electros to lock it into using Flamethrower. We then switch into a Flash Fire Chandelure where it just spams Flamethrower and does nothing. We can then set up Calm Mind on Chandelure for free and then just sweep the whole team. At the start of the video, I said it was December, but I actually believe it was shortly after the Halloween event dropped. They did some updates to the AI for raids, which unintentionally affected how the Elite 4 AI works, which makes this strategy a lot less consistent. So now in the background gameplay, you can see we trick the Choice Scarf onto the enemy Pokemon, which locks it into a move. In this case, it's locking Crocodile into Earthquake. We switch into our setup Pokemon, and either the first turn of this Pokemon being out or the turn after, the enemy will sometimes switch into a different Pokemon, which essentially just cancels out everything we just did. So you can see I switched into Excadrill. I'm able to get one move off in the Stealth Rock, but then the Pokemon switches. Now, most of the time, this is just going to result in slight time loss. We need to switch into another Trick Choice Scarf Pokemon we have and set it up again until it works. But there are a few very unfortunate situations where this will actually just result in an infinite loop where it's just back and forth switching Pokemon between you and the enemy. This forces you to adapt to like a different strategy of just like a regular fight, and usually this will cost you a lot of time, or maybe you'll even end up losing the fight. So given this, let's see if Elite 4 reruns are still worth doing, in my opinion. With some really good luck, you will still actually be able to hit all 5 Elite 4 members on a single charm. While unlikely, it is possible, and in those cases, yeah, I mean nothing's changed, Elite 4 runs are still worth it. But most of the time, you're going to be hitting 4 Elite 4 members with some time left over. Up on screen, I will have some calculations for 5 Elite 4 members, comparing it to 4 Elite 4 members plus Morimoto. Now, luck and how good you are at Elite 4 runs are going to obviously play a factor. You might be able to hit Cynthia as well. You might be able to hit both plus a couple trainers. Even with Morimoto, 5 Elite 4 members versus 4 is a very significant amount of money loss. But we need to actually compare this to other money-making methods, and also we need to factor in the fact that we get 8,000 battle points for 4 Elite 4 members. If we do 4 Elite 4 members, that leaves 1 remaining. We can do this last remaining member at the start of a gym rerun. So let's compare 4 Elite 4 members and Morimoto to 1 Elite 4 member plus a gym rerun. We can see that the Elite 4 member into a gym rerun generates about 70k more profit than the Elite 4 does. But that is not factoring in the difference in battle points, 8,000 from the 4 Elite 4 members, 2,000 from the 1. Let's say we use the 8,000 battle points to buy a Toxic Orb that is 6,400 battle points, and we try and sell it for 80k Pokeyen. The GTL fee is 4,000, so for simplicity's sake, let's just say we're making 75k profit per Toxic Orb. It would take 4 runs of the gym rerun strategy to buy 1 Toxic Orb, so let's calculate the difference in profit over the course of 4 runs. After 4 Elite 4 runs, you would be able to buy 5 toxic orbs. So in total, we're making 2,059,000 in profit. Meanwhile, with the 1 Elite 4 and Gym Rerun strategy, after 4 runs, we would be making 2,040,000 in profit. This tells me that over time, Elite 4 reruns are definitely still worth it. Of course, if you have the time to do both reruns, then go for it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My next video is more than likely going to be an ultimate money-making guide. I'm going to include all of the daily money-making methods that I use personally, and we're going to see how much money we can make over the course of a day or week. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for more content like this. Peace, guys.